Hey everybody, it's Tyler, and today I'm playing some more Minecraft. This is kind of a continuation of a series that I stopped a long time ago, and this would be if you're long-time viewers of my channel. This is the FTB Research Lab. I'm doing a little Feed the Beast series. This time, however, I am not going to be working with a TNT manufacturer from New Jersey. I won't be working for my old boss. I have decided to take my talents to Canner Incorporation, a new little business that has come up, and he assigned this base to me in the middle of nowhere to be kind of as my base of operations. I'm supposed to get a lot of stuff done for him. So yeah, this should be the place. Got some signs. I'll keep in touch with you and send more materials maybe in the no, I have no idea. We will rise. JC Canner Incorporated. So obviously that is my boss, Mr. JC, and I'm guessing these storage crates probably have materials inside of them. Yes, most likely. So let's try and get some of this crate bashed open here, and we'll see what's inside. This seems to be a pretty nice place, though. It's got a really cool floor design, good walls, good, ceiling. This will work perfect for getting stuff done here. Okay, let's take a look at what we have. Looks to be some simple drops from mobs, some bones, some flesh, leather, string, ender pearls. Cool. Basic building materials, wood, cobble, dirt. Awesome. Let's get this piece of the crate off here. Ore's awesome. We got some nice ingots, some dust to start, bunch of redstone, bunch of nether quartz. Really, really cool. What do we got in this crate? Just to see. That crate was already open. I don't know what he was doing. Looks to be a bunch of stuff to plant. Ender lily seeds, those could be useful. And some simple machine stuff in here. Okay. And there's Spencer. Spencer the little Thaumcraft golem. Hi little Spencer. He doesn't want to look at me. Okay. Oh! Do we have elevators in here? Nothing going up? Oh, we can't go down. Awesome. So we do have a basement where we can set up some operations. That works for me. So we got the... One sec, got something in my way. Got some lighting down here, we got a little passage, and we have even more room. So that's awesome, we have a lot of room to do stuff. And then, what do we have over here? Oh, simple, Tinker's Construct setup, and a book. I'm not sure. Oh, we got, materials in you. Okay, so we have our Tinker's Construct book. We can get started on making some tools that way. And it appears we have a little bridge over to this area. I don't know if there's anything over here. Just appears to be a creeper. This appears to be some kind of, magical forest, though. So that's kind of cool. It is it's a magical forest. So we'll definitely explore that. We'll get some stuff set up over here. We have a ton of room to build onto the base, because we got this room here. We got that room over there. We can even extend out that way and out that way. And then we have our basement. So we should have a lot of room to get stuff done. Not sure what my boss is going to want me to do, but I'm sure he will give us information on that. Best thing is we have materials here. I'll get these crates all taken care of in the future. But let's take a look at the Tinker's Construct setup over here. We got the pattern chest, which has all these patterns, and we have the stencil table. So let me give a quick little run through of how Tinker's Construct really works. I'm going to run over here. I'm going to first see if there's any food. Is there any food? There's some carrots. We'll eat some carrots. We're going to need some wood to start. I'm actually going to grab some cobble as well. Luckily I brought my sword and my pick with me, so I should be good there. But if I wanted to, for instance, make an axe or something, why don't we try and do that? So we got some wood. We'll come over here. In order to make these patterns, you first need to get a blank pattern. And the blank pattern is simply made with some sticks and wood, as you can see right here. So you make those blank patterns, and I'm not going to make any more because it seems like we have most of them here. But then you bring it to the stencil table, and as you hit next, it'll just scroll through all of the patterns available, and you can just take them out as long as you have empty patterns. You can then put those into a pattern chest. You don't have to put them into a pattern chest, but I recommend it. And then you have the part builder. So basically anything that isn't a metal that needs to be smelted down to make it like molded can be formed in the part builder. So cobblestone, for example. You would put the material you want to build with right here, and then you look for the pattern that you want. So I want to make an axe. You see that the axe head pattern has a material cost of 1. That means that the material we're using should be 1. And now you can see we have a stone axe head. Now you may be wondering, how do you know what tool gives you what, and why are there so many different things here when there's really only a pickaxe, a shovel, stuff like that? Well, that's where the tool station comes into effect. And you have all of these different options for tools to make, including pickaxes, shovels, mattocks, which kind of work as a hoe, swords, 4 different kinds, including a dagger, a frying pan, which is awesome. Maybe we'll try and make a frying pan. And then bows, chisels, battle signs. It's awesome. So if we look at our axe, you can see we need an axe head and we need a handle. So let's go back to here. Now the handle I know is the tool rod pattern. And you're going to see this has a material cost of half. So when we put in a cobblestone, we're going to get our tool rod, but we're also going to get this stone shard. And the stone shard is basically just saying that's half of a piece of stone. So now if we put that back in there, we can get another stone rod. So it kind of makes sense. Half a material cost, you can get 2 tool rods from it. Now let's try and make our simple little axe. Find the one you want, put in the parts where you want them. You'll see we have our hatchet, and it's stone bound. And that's where the book, and we'll get to that in a sec, comes in, because there's a ton of different modifiers you can put on your tools. You can see here it has a durability of 65, a mining speed of 4, and the mining level is iron, even though that really doesn't make a lot of sense since it's an axe. And then we have 3 modifiers remaining, so that's very cool. We'll talk about that in a sec. Now you can also name the hatchet, so we'll name him Choppy. And then you can just take it out, no levels required, and we have our axe, which is awesome. Now let's take a look at what this book is over here. I'm not sure where I need to click. There we go. Okay, we got the book. Now the book will basically tell you everything you need to know about Tinker's Construct. As I'm kind of showing you, you can also just read the books that it gives you in the game, and you should be able to get most of this known without help. You can see it tells you what the crafting parts are for the tool. You can also use this instead of the tool station. But you can also see what it's used for. So the effective is on stone, rock, ores, metals, shovel, hatchet, obviously, broadsword. Now the different kinds of swords actually do different things. So blocking is the cool ability with the broadsword. It works very similar to the vanilla sword. Now the longsword, however, you can lunge with it. And we're going to make a longsword in the next episode because I really like longswords. Rapiers are cool. They allow you to like backpedal. And the one thing that's really awesome about rapiers, if you're on a PvP Feed the Beast server, it has armor piercing. So it ignores all armor and can make it very easy to kill things. Daggers can be thrown, which is really awesome because you can use it as a long-range weapon. Frying pans can hurt people a lot, I guess. You can also block with them. And then if you shift right click, you can place it down and you can actually cook food in it, which is really awesome. Battle signs, I guess they just block, and it's awesome to use a sign as your weapon. Chisels can do detailed blocks, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in the future. And then there's these tools, and these you probably saw weren't in the tool station. That's because we need to upgrade the tool station to a tool forge. And we're going to work on doing that in the next episode as well, because we want to get a way to figure out how to make iron parts and more complex parts. Because we can't use iron in the part builder because it is a metal, so it's not going to be really easy to mold a metal into a little part. So we got the hammer, the lumber axe. We'll talk about these more in the future. The excavator, the scythe, the cleaver, the battle axe, and then you have the bows. But then here is the materials, and these show you kind of what you can make your tools out of. So you have wood, stone, iron, and it gives you all the different abilities. You can also make tools out of flint, cactus, bones, obsidian, alumite, which requires a smelter, as you can see. We'll talk about that more in the future. Netherrack, slimes. Gives you crafting recipes on how to make those. You can also make stuff out of paper. And as much as it seems like it wouldn't be very helpful, the one thing that paper allows you to have is another modifier. And as you start to make tools, you'll notice that having paper on your tool could be really useful. Cobalt, Ardite, Manilian, Copper, Bronze, Steel, Pig Iron. Now the modifiers. If you put a diamond onto any tool you have, it's going to add 500 extra durability, and it's going to increase your mining level to 3. So that's going to allow you to mine obsidian with whatever the tool is. So you could have an iron tool and then stick a diamond on it and you can mine obsidian, which is really, really nice because it brings down the cost of getting obsidian to 1 diamond instead of 3. Emeralds, 50 more % durability, and the mining level is increased to 2. So once again, really easy to bring the mining level up. Redstone is speed. All kinds of really awesome things that we'll talk about as we go through here. But I'm happy to see that this base is here. I'm sure I'll get word from Joey in the future of what he wants me to do. But I'm going to start just trying to make myself at home here. I'm going to move all my materials over to this room, I think. I think that'd be a good place to put it. And then I'll get myself kind of situated here. So I hope you guys are liking the throwback to the new series here. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!